Ciao. Aloha. Welcome back, my lovelies. Oh, so good to be here with you for this interesting return for this beautiful time. Hello, foreshadowing of Mercury retrograde. How are we doing? It's officially, Mercury is officially in retrograde, making it the 5th planet right now. That's making us kind of take a moment to step back and check everything out. Like reestablish what the fuck is really going on, what we've been letting go on in our life, in our relationships, in our businesses, in our interpersonal, every type of relationship, every type of everything, right? If you are new to my channel, to our channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. I like to get right into it and start with an energetic kind of spiel of sorts. If you like and enjoy the content, please leave me messages. Tell me how it's resonating with you, your story. Share with others. Give me that thumbs up, subscribe, and share if you feel so compelled. That's the best way. Sharing is caring, right? So basically I do kind of like psychic intuitive channeling reading with the tarot and the oracle cards, and I start off by kind of giving whatever messages like I'm feeling, whatever energy I'm feeling, and then I get into the reads. This is kind of like a general read, right? If you follow me or subscribe, you can check out. I actually do the zodiacs monthly, and I do new moons and full moons. So I feel like I just must have new people here. That's why I have to be explaining all of this all over again. But yeah, so basically, if you want to schedule a personal or private read, or you need to know more about something that's going on in your life or something I'm speaking about, then go ahead, send me a message, and you can schedule that time with me, okay? My lovelies, thank you for being here. So let's get back into this. I know before I was explaining to you guys retrogrades. So it's important that we're not afraid of retrogrades. Retrogrades are not like a scary time where everything's going in reverse. It's just a time for us to take a moment and kind of look back on things past. Like, do we want to dwell in the past? I don't think so. But we do need to be aware that it's there. And right now, with all the energy that's going on, it's not about like going back and like reminiscing on the past or knowing that we, you know, fucked up before. It's not any of this, okay? I do my best, guys, but sometimes I do have a dirty mouth. I can't help it. Anyways, so this isn't about reminding us necessarily that we messed up or that like we made bad decisions with partners, relationships, business, actions, right? What this is really about is how are we communicating properly with ourselves? How are we communicating properly with our beings, you know, our actual beings? Are we taking the time to be aware of what is and what has been coming in and being signals for us to be aware of things that we've grown past, things that we've experienced, things that we've bridged over, right? when we sit and we kind of go back and we look at things, are we looking at what we learned from these lessons? How they've helped us progress and get to a better, more evolutionary state of our higher beings, our higher level of consciousness, you know? I mean, if you're here, if you're watching this, if you're even into esoterics, tarot, astrology, any of these stuff, then you're obviously pretty tapped in. So the best thing to know is, how do we stay tapped into this state, to this higher level, this higher frequency, this higher density, higher dimensional frequency, where we are super tapped in, right? That's why I named my channel Divinity Within Me, right? Because the divine exists within all of us, right? And it's what we're going through right now, like as a species, as a human species, right? One race, as human beings, period, right? We're going through this ascension, this evolutionary phase of learning how to take care of each other, how to love one another, you know, like how to really come back to that we're all part of one source, that we all come from one source, and that we are all one. We're all reflections of each other to help us learn these lessons and these patterns that have been laid out before us, that some of us keep repeating and replaying until we learn the lesson, right? Well, now, the more conscious people, we've kind of learned the lesson, right? We've learned what we need. We understand maybe our spirituality on a deeper level. We understand that we need to come together to create these community efforts. We understand that we need to go with the flow and sort of, you know, find the current or the tide and chart our way in the proper direction at the proper time, right? So the time is meow, and the direction that we're going is in this beautiful evolutionary direction of love. So when we take the time to look back at everything that's in retrograde and see what we've done, right? We're kind of looking at, like, in retrospect, you know, retrograde's kind of like retrospect, like, wow, like, what did I do? What have I done to evolve, and what can I do to further evolve, right? To grow more, right? The more we grow personally, the more we spiritually grow on a collective level, right? The micro and the macro, right? So, anyways, we are about to have some really amazing planetary shit go down, guys. So we are about to have this new moon, right? First, we just are going into Mercury retrograde. There's already 4 other planets in retrograde, so there's a lot of stuff that we've been sorting out, right? Now is a great time because we're about to have this new moon, and the next day we're having a solar eclipse, right? And we're having the summer solstice, okay? This is a very powerful, very potent time of year. A great time to get rid of all the old shit, all the stuff that you don't want. Now is a great time to, you know, donate stuff to other people that need them, to reallocate, like, things and situations, you know, like things that come from your closet, relationships that aren't suiting you. Like, you know, it's not like we have to be so abrupt and dramatic about things, you know, and so, like, it's over, you know. It's just like, I've outgrown this. Maybe you would like it. Maybe it's time for you to try it on and give it a roundabout, you know. It's just not for me anymore, and that's okay. That's the energy, and that's where we're at right now. So it's important to acknowledge that and to kind of sit with that, and to kind of sit with who are the people, who's on our team, who are the players, who have we chosen, who do we want to create these new realities with, right? Because that's really what we're doing, right? Co-creating is together, like we're creating something together, right? Like if we're building this elaborate, beautiful picture, right? We're doing like a live painting, right? And if we're painting this and it's like a collab, right? Like we want to at least know or talk about or have some type of idea like ahead of time, like what we want it to look like in the end. And then like if it doesn't end up looking exactly like that, like that's okay, but we have a general like color palette, maybe, you know, we have something that we've agreed upon to work with. And that's what it is about finding our tribes, or you know, our packs, our crews, our herds, whatever. It's about finding this and finding the people that are on the same frequency, the same level, the same vibration. And what are we vibrating out? Who are we vibrating with? And what is coming back to us? Well, let's figure that out, okay? Let's play a little game called television. There's this wonderful lady that I checked out on my dear friend Michelle Miché's Blog Talk Radio, and she came up with this great idea called television, right? How do we essentially tune out, turn on, tune in, right? How do we tune in to the vision that we want, right? If we're visionaries, right? If you're here, you're on another level, right? So as a visionary, as somebody like thinking and being a light worker, being on this other level, right? What is this vision, right? Like if you're a visionary, what is your ultimate vision? Like what is your ultimate vision of you know, sustainability or community or just your perfect life, right? Like who are your neighbors? What's surrounding you? What's your climate like? What is everything, right? So I want to start playing this game, and I want to figure out, you know, how we can come together by who's attempting to create the same type of visions, right? Because that's really what it is. Because when we have multiple people like seeing this same vision as us, then we really have the ability to expand this vision, and for this vision, you know, to envision this vision becoming this visionary work of art that we've co-created together. So if you would, lovelies, per favore, huh? Please tell me your vision of your ultimate world or your ultimate whatever, or share literally, that way we can maybe connect with more people in more places, right? And get on the same bandwagon, or get on the same area as people that are wanting to do and already doing, or achieving, already doing what we're wanting to do, right? Why? Because it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. So now that I've talked your ears off, I don't know, I just had to get all of this out. I've been getting so much, I've been being forcefully told like I need to do these channelings, and I've just had so much going on and moving around and just everything all the time. So I'm just getting kind of more settled in. So we're gonna move forward with the cards now. And as always, I've pre-shuffled and cleansed all of my decks. Thank you. Source, Creator, Spirit Guides, Angels, Oversouls, for being here, for sharing these messages, for channeling amazing, honest messages of truth and love. And with nothing but high frequencies. Messages for the collective regarding this everything happening. Mercury retrograde, this new moon in Cancer, and this solar eclipse, this summer solstice. What messages? What messages? Love. Love must be the message. It wanted me to really put this too. So, very interesting. Let's get a couple more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Messages for the collective. Okay. One more. I don't know if I like this. Really wants one more. Wow, these cards are really intense, guys. First one is love. Second one is truth. Third one is forgiveness. Fourth one is letting go. Fifth one is fear. Sixth one is the High Priestess. And the seventh one is the Dragon. I think we need... Okay. Fine, you want to come out? Come out. I'm not even going to argue with it today. Just really always going to, especially with these messages coming out, I'm really just going to always tap into whatever the energy is, right? I've learned to relinquish control. I've learned to kind of let go, like to have faith, to have trust, and just know that, you know, the universe has always got my back. It's always guiding me. It's always leading me in the right direction. And that's part of what getting into this frequency is about, really, is really connecting to our divine, right? Like disconnecting from the things that we're relying upon in this reality to make us happy, right? We should be the only thing making us happy, okay? Shouldn't be things or other people. Now, it's okay that we experience that. That's part of being human, but at the same time, remember. Okay. So this is basically talking about what I was talking about already. Okay. Love, which is a 445, which is a 9, right? 9 is about the completion, the culmination of a cycle, right? The coming, the ending, right? We've taken all these steps. We're taking the steps towards love. We're completing this, right? What's coming on in this, right? What are we getting out of this, essentially, right? This is a 51, which would be a 6, right? So what we're getting out of this is truth. Truth. We're getting truth about things that have come, about things that are going. We're receiving the truth, you know. We're letting it be just water under the bridge. That's what I see. I don't know why I've never really seen this before in this card, but, you know, water under the bridge, right? We need to have love. Like the best way to move forward through all of this energy is through forgiveness, right? Through forgiveness, right? And forgiveness is a 49, so that would be a 13, so that would be a 4, which is interesting because I also see 4 mushrooms on here. So this is about forward movement, right? The truth is, we have to have forgiveness, and not just because it's important that we forgive other people. It's important that we forgive ourselves, right? As we're re-looking back on all of this stuff, as we're retrograding, as we're going back, right? In retrospect, like, can we forgive ourselves for choices that we've made, for outcomes that have happened, and understand that, like, everything is on purpose, right? It's all part of the journey, right? Forgive others, forgive yourself, move forward, right? Move forward. Okay, because when we find the truth in things, right, then when we actually look at them deeper, then we actually forgive, right? What comes after that? A 44. So that's 3 4s in a row. Okay, that's awesome. Letting go, right? We're going with the flow. Look at that. It's waterfall. We're going with the flow. We're letting it go. We're going down river. It's water under the bridge. First we took the steps. We climbed all the way up. Now we're essentially riding the wave, riding the stream down, right? We're letting go. We're moving forward from these things. We're forgiving ourselves. We're letting ourselves off for whatever's happened. For even people, right? This is all part of our phase, of our evolutionary journey, right? We're here experiencing this together. So be compassionate for others, you know? Be compassionate for others' journeys, for others' experiences that they have to go through. What are we letting go of, right? Fear. Fear. So we're letting go of this fear. We're letting go of this rocky road, right? 48 would be a 12, which would be a 3. So we're letting go of fear of not being able to work with one another, right? Like 3 is like coming together, like working together, right? We're letting go of the fear of third parties, like things that we don't like. We're letting go of the not having the ability to celebrate with one another, right? We're letting go. We're letting go of this fear-based mentality. We're letting go of all of this, right? Why? Because it's time. It's time to let go. It's time to forgive. It's time to face the truth. It's time to move forward, right? As long as we're in fear, we're not moving forward, and we're not doing good things for ourselves or for the collective. And we're here, like, at this amazing time because we decided to come to be here, to be part of this, and to help awaken this, be part of the awakening with this collective. So we have a little bit of responsibility, okay? By not having fear and not looking at these things, these people, these situations with fear and just with love instead. We are really tuning into our own frequency, our higher vibration, right? Because what comes after letting go of the fear, right? What comes after love, truth, forgiveness, letting go of fear? The High Priestess. 2, duality, right? It's really having this trust coming together with ourselves, right? It's finding this truth, this meeting in the middles, like this I know, actually, like, I'm in alignment with my being, with my soul's being, and I actually know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, right? I'm in tune with this. This is my duality, right? This is like the inner knowing, right? Let go of not believing that it's not coming from within, that you don't possess it within your own being, right? And then what comes out after that? The Dragon. 24 would be a 6. So again, we're receiving this help, we're receiving this power or this strength, and we're literally receiving so much help, love, support, and contact from higher sources, higher forces, our angels, our spirit guides, our ancestral family, like everybody, right? Everyone is coming here to assist us in this evolution, this journey, Okay, everyone wanted to be a part of this. So what comes with the dragon? Power and strength, right? We have power and we have strength, right? What comes with the high priestess? Discernment, precedence, prophecy, and vision. So we literally have the strength. We have the strength within us. The high priestess is about what comes from within you. We have the strength within us, the power and the strength to create this vision, or this prophecy that we wish to have, this ultimate reality, this utopia, right? And it comes by not focusing on the fear and the news and the media and the separation and that HATE and stuff I don't like, okay? And the last card we have is the bee. 7. 7 is luck, victory. Luck, industriousness, sweet victory. That's what it says. So the honeybee is about luck and industriousness, but like when I think of this honeybee, I think about it pollinating, right? Like the bee goes around and it pollinates all of the flowers, right? And what does that do? It makes more food grow. It makes things grow, right? So by this one little bee taking and just hopping around and putting his little pollen, which let's consider, right, cross-pollinating, let's consider that like sharing our good vibes and our visions, telling our visions to each other so we can come together to actually manifest and create these visions together, right? That's what the bee is doing. The bee is growing all of this beautiful, producing all of these beautiful new flowers and fruits and abundance for us to partake in. So without this, right, we are like the worker bees right now, right? We're doing our work, but what our work is to really tell the visions, envision what we want and make it manifest. It's not that complicated, is it? I feel like, you know, just every day, just really needing to have this vision, this outlook, and really look at it and read it every day. You know, before I manifested, before I got to travel around the world and do all this stuff, you know, everywhere that I've been, I have manifested going there, and I have written down the places that I wanted to go and looked at what they look like and envisioned what it would be like to be there and what I would want to do maybe when I got there. And then when I got there, I'm like, whoa, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and just kind of let the universe guide me. But at the same time, we have to be ready for this. So let's get, not to make it too long, let's get some cards. This deck really wants to speak to us. I mean, I really feel like all of these were pretty clear and direct, so we should know, yeah, of course. The High Priestess again. We should know everything comes from within, okay? We create this. We are the creators. We are powerful. We are making it happen. We are making it manifest. And we know, we've seen it. We've envisioned it. We are the visionaries. We are the creators of this situation.